We are doing the great debate. Topic number 1, true or false? There will be one controversial referee decision in the Super Bowl.
Okay, here's my rant on the officiating, okay? They need an extra official on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that. I've argued that many a time. The game is too fast now. You need another one on there. 2, it all evens out in the end.
Yeah.
For every complaint that a Bills fan has, it'll all even out in the end. Like over the course of the next decade, you're going to get a call that you shouldn't have got, and it evens out. Is the officiating perfect? No, it's a hard game to officiate. It's a really tough game to officiate. But I think in the end, it all evens out. And so was there a bad spot? You know where the bad spot was? The bad spot was on 3rd down. Kincaid got the first down. That was a bad spot. And it was even worse because the Bills didn't challenge that. They could have challenged that, and they didn't. They would have had a first down, and then they wouldn't have had the 4th down play. So I think it all comes back in a while. The league isn't fixing it for the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
They're just damn good.
It's ridiculous.
You got arguably the greatest coach on the history, going to be maybe the greatest coach ever, and then one of the great quarterbacks, if not the greatest quarterback ever. Coach quarterback. That's how you win in this league. They're great. So don't blame the officiating. Will there be a call? In the fans' mind, absolutely there will be a call.
Will Josh Allen win a Super Bowl as the Bills quarterback?
You say true, though, that there will be a call.
I absolutely think that there will be a call that will set Twitter ablaze.
Correct.
Because that's just the nature of the league we play in. To your point, everything happens so fast. Things look one way in real time, and then obviously on the review, it looks differently. For example, the catch on Mahomes' prayer shot to the right pylon, there was the interception that turned into a reception, but the ball hit the ground. In my opinion, that was the only call that I think was suspect as it pertains to
marking the ball was suspect.
You're talking about the sneak?
Yeah, no, the other one, the 3rd down one.
3rd down, sure.
Should have marked the ball.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
but I thought the ball touched the ground on the old interception turned reception.
Didn't move though.
Yeah, but it touched the ground.
Yeah, it didn't move
on the ground.
Yeah, and that one was hard for me. That was a tough one. Dual possession.
It was hard for the Bills. Hard
really
for the Bills.
But they would have had a first down at the 20. By the way, it was a hold.
So while we're on this topic, is Josh Allen going to win a Super Bowl as the Bills quarterback?
Yes, absolutely.
I said if I had to bet on it, I would say no. Not only because of the AFC guys he has to beat, but let's just say he has his Bills team in the Super Bowl. Now you got to go beat Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, any number of these guys from the NFC.
Well, I mean, the odds are stacked against them, but I think Buffalo fixes the defense. They win one.
I think we could be potentially looking at our Dan Marino. Just the guy that year after year
didn't fix the defense.
Year after year throws for 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, has the ability to just have pinpoint accuracy, no moment's too big for him. But in the end, it's never him that's the reason for
right. If they don't fix I say they will, but I think Brandon Beane will fix the defense. So I think they will win one.
Do the Commanders improve next season, or do they suffer the sophomore slump?
No, they improve.
Yeah.
No question about it. They have money to spend. They're going to go get free agents. They're going to upgrade that team. And Adam Peters had a great first draft. He'll have a great second
14
draft.
wins?
Yeah. What?
14 wins this year?
No, they didn't win 14
How many games did they win?
11?
It felt like 14. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say it's hard to say they'll improve with how magical a season that they had. They're not going to sneak up on anybody next year. Everybody and their mama is going to be game planning for Jaden Daniels. I think he does have an uptick in production. I think he gets even better, more efficient, more effective. But at the end of the day, it's hard to match these Paramount movie style seasons that some of these teams have.
But if you look at them on the surface, the left tackle, one of the most important positions, rookie.
Yep.
Mikey Sanders still, rookie. Defensive tackle Newton, who came in and played well at the end, rookie. I mean, he had a great first draft, and I think they're only going to get better, and that includes him. They do need to get it back with juice. Brian Robinson doesn't have a lot of juice, and Eckler is like, he's stopgap. They need to get it back with some juice.
It's tough. I mean, I think Jaden Daniels comes out and lights the world on fire again. And we truly understand next year that this is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think there's probably, I was talking to my dad last night, and he said there may be 5 teams in the National Football League who would not trade their quarterback for Jaden Daniels. It's Lamar, Josh, Patrick,
Burrow,
and maybe Herbert, but I'm taking Jaden over Herbert. So it's 4 teams.
Yeah, 4.
Which is crazy to think about for a rookie quarterback.
It's unreal. The kid is special.
He's going to get better next year.
Yeah, and they need, like I said, they need to get it back. And the draft is loaded with running backs. You get one in the 3rd round, he's going to end up being a really good player.
And they were overmatched in the conference championship at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive line.
The Philadelphia Eagles really showed their teeth, and it didn't expose anything, but it really did not end well for the Commanders at the line of scrimmage.
And they got, Bobby Wagner's not a kid. A lot of those guys are on 1-year deals. They got some work to do, but Adam Peters had a really good first draft, and he has a lot of money to spend. Would you go get T. Higgins if you were them?
Yeah.
T. Higgins and McLaurin?
Either get T. Higgins or go get an absolute ass kicker on the inside.
But, you can do all that. They have like 60
Trey
million.
Smith will be available. Zach Martin might be available.
Yeah. Go get an offensive lineman.
Okay. Is Andy Reid, you were asking about this earlier, is Andy Reid the best coach of all time?
If Andy Reid wins this Super Bowl and stays on and takes down Shula, he's the best coach of all time. Because
how long does he have before he gets Shula?
He needs 3 years counting playoffs to get in, to win, to take him
10,
down.
11 win seasons.
If he gets 11, 12 and wins in the playoffs, he's going to take him down. I think he's, what was it? He's got 302, I think it is, and he's got 340, whatever. He can take him down, 340.
So he not only on Mount Rushmore, but the biggest face on Mount Rushmore.
I mean, you got to figure if he takes him down, he's probably going to get one more Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And take him down. So he would have, counting this one,
yep,
3 in a row, which nobody done.
And then the 4th. And then the 5th coming down the pipe.
Right.
Which is the one you're talking about.
So he gets 5.
To unseat Shula.
And then take down the wins record. I think he's the greatest coach. You can't just discount what he did in Philly either.
Yep.
I mean, what did he go to 4? Was it 4 straight championship games?
And he got better.
Right.
He was in Philly. There were gripes about some of his game management.
Running game. He didn't run the ball enough.
Awareness.
Yeah, all of it.
And he got better.
And yes, if he wins this one, takes down Shula, he's the greatest coach of all time.
Can the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl with their power running game alone?
I would normally say yes, but I believe in Spagnuolo.
Yeah, Spags is in Spags we trust.
That's I think
on the T-shirts.
I think
City.
Spags is going to come up with something to take away not take away, because you're not taking that away, to limit it.
To mitigate some of the damage that Saquon and that offensive line can do to you.
Correct. And here's something that I find interesting. Saquon Barkley has been so good against 8-man fronts.
Yep.
Why play him in an 8-man front? Let your safeties tackle. Don't let them have, let them face them.
Take a page out of the Vic Fangio playbook and bend, but don't break.
But let them face them. They got to tackle now, but you got to face them. And I think that's something that I think Spagnuolo is going to have a plan to limit. He's not going to have the 65-yard run. He's not going to have that.
The real question is, do the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes start hot like they did in the AFC Championship game, going down the field with such pinpoint accuracy, methodically, boom, 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 boom. Now you're Nick Sirianni, you're Kellen Moore, and you're thinking to yourself, we're in a shootout now. I don't know if we can just run the football.
But isn't their shootout his runs?
Yeah, but if you go down 7-10 points, are you going to just stick to the basics and continue to run the football?
I would. And in that offense, I would. Normally, I'd say you're right. But in that offense, you have to.
If Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Joe Tooney, Caliendo, Jawan Taylor are rolling these guys off the ball,
right,
and they mitigate the strength of your defense, which is that front,
right,
I think it's going to be a throw the football game for Jalen Hurts, and he's going to have to outperform Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
And he did the last time,
which he's done, but he fumbled,
right, but he did it the last time, and so
didn't get a ring.
But yeah, knowing Spagnuolo, he's going to make Hurts beat him. And if he beats him, he beats him. Where do you put Chris? Chris Jones lines up a lot of everywhere, but he spent a lot of time on the left tackle the other day.
I talked to J.J. Watt about this prior to the Bills game, and I said, how can the Bills offensive unit frustrate Chris Jones and take the strength away for this Kansas City Chiefs defense? And he said I said, look, Chris Jones to me reminds me of you, JJ, because right. You don't know where he's going to line
right.
up. He is a 5-star player at any position that he lines up on, left, right, inside, outside. And he shrugged off the compliment, and then he said, look, you can't scheme for a guy and you don't know where he's going to line up. And he has the freedom to move when he sees the formation. And Chris Jones is that player coach. He's just as smart as he is talented. So in terms of the Eagles trying to scheme up something to take him out of the game, I think it's going to be really tough.
But where do you line him up? Where does he line up at? Where does he choose to line up at?
I line him up over the right guard.
That's where I'd line him up at.
I line him up over the right guard.
Yeah, I don't want to go against either one of the tackles. Nope. But he spent a lot of time on the left tackle the other day, which Deion Dawkins is a good player. He spent a lot of time over there. So he tends to he likes to go against the better guys. It's just weird.
Most of these good players like to line up against the fish in the group, which is the guy that can be had. But I think Chris Jones kind of relishes the opportunity to go after the best guys. So we could see some of that heavyweight showdown between Lane Johnson and Chris Jones, Jordan Mailata and Chris Jones. And that's going to be pay-per-view TV. They should charge extra for that cam right there.
And he's got to have a monster game.
Yeah. And he always does, man.
Oh, he shows up in the big games.
The guy shows up in the biggest of moments. And when you want to slide to him and bring two sets of hands, 4 hands on him, Karlaftis is going to win his one-on-one.
Right.
Turk Wharton wins his one-on-one.
He's played well, Wharton.
Yeah.
He's played well for him.
Turk's a tough out.
Yep.
So we're going to go one more here. This is going to be we'll go 2 more quick ones. We'll be quick on this.
Okay.
Should the NFL forbid coaching hirings of currently playing OCs and DCs until after the Super Bowl?
No. Look, that whole narrative that, it takes some focus away from
game plan.
Come on. The plan's in by Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday, you install it. The game's on Sunday. If it's on Saturday, you install it the day before. Friday afternoon. What are you doing Friday afternoon? After everybody does the walkthrough for the game.
Go home.
What do? They go home.
Go home.
They have time.
You lift at 1 and then you go home.
They have time.
Yep.
It's not that overwhelming, so no.
Okay, so we are going to do one more here. This is, are you for the NFL playing Super Bowls in cold weather cities if they have a dome? A la Minnesota.
I'm okay with that.
Chicago, when they make.
Do I prefer it? No, I hate the cold, but I'm okay with it just to spread it around a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I thought the one in New York was really well done. I enjoyed that one. And that game was actually outside. So.
What's your favorite Super Bowl venue?
New Orleans is. It's the easiest.
I've heard that before.
It's the easiest. It's everything is right, walkable. It's simple. Now the stadium isn't the best, but they've made renovations to it, and I love New Orleans. Vegas was good last year.
Vegas is good.